Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Ottertail Power Company and your Ottertail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Ogstead Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Ottertail County AIS Task Force. Liberty Business Systems. Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Ottertail Coaches and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.
Well, thank you, Dave Bishop, and good evening, everyone. We're live from Kennedy Secondary School Gold Gymnasium, where tonight we have Otter Boys basketball here on News Talk 1250 KBRF, and also streaming live on the Fergus Now app. And thanks to Derek Sidian for being with us here tonight. Also, thanks to Nick Keel and the call of the first game, where we saw the Otter girls get the win over Bemidji. 53-34 was the final in Game 1. Now we'll have some Otter Boys for you here tonight. Jason Rutzloff with you here tonight on the broadcast. Otter Boys coming off their first week of the season. They are 1-1 coming into this one. They opened last Tuesday at Moorhead, a 69-62 loss where the Otters turned it over 24 times, but then they bounced back in a major way on Thursday at Detroit Lakes, and they put up a massive number, 94 points. 94-67 was the final. They led 51-35 at the half, and they dropped that turnover total to 13. Ryan Hurst with 30 points for the Otters in that one. Henry Bethel had 28, and Levi King with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. The opponent tonight is the Rocori Spartans. The Spartans are 1-2 on the year. They had three games last week, losing at home to Sartell St. Stephen 70-56. Then at home they defeated St. Cloud Apollo 73-62, and then on Friday losing at Princeton 72-58. So we're going to have Matt Johnson join us after we take a 1-minute break here in just a moment. So we'll have Coach Johnson come up and join us on a pregame interview. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF and streaming live on the Fergus Now app. And we'll be back with more Otter Boys basketball in 1 minute.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
And welcome back here to the Gold Gym. Otter Boys basketball tonight. The Otters going up against the Spartans of Rocori, and the Fergus Falls looking to keep that offensive momentum going from what they had on Thursday night in Detroit Lakes, where Fergus Falls put up 94 points. In fact, the Otters got off to a 31-14 lead, had 51 points at the half, and continued. Their transition offense was outstanding. Got Detroit Lakes on their heels and continued the onslaught. And Otter head coach Matt Johnson has just joined us here up top in the top row. And Matt, thanks for joining us. And got the first week under your belt, and a couple different storylines in your first game with Moorhead and then Detroit Lakes last week.
Yeah, you know, it's it's really fun to kind of jump in and get your feet wet and figure out, we return enough guys that you feel like you have a good idea of who we are and how we want to play. And then game one happens and you go, okay, we got a lot to work on. And, that was a game where I thought we didn't handle the ball real well, didn't make great decisions. And Moorhead did a great job defending, making things hard. And welcome to good basketball. So back to the drawing board and got to go to DL and try again. And I thought we did a much better job. And granted, I didn't think defensively they posed some of the challenges that Moorhead did, but I thought we responded well, played faster, moved the ball a little better. Defensively, I love how we're impacting the game. Our guys are doing a great job there. And so yeah, but you take a lot out of those first few games, as you know, to learn, to grow, to get better. There's so much room for growth with these guys. They're athletic. They're working hard. We just got to get to the point of playing smarter. But yeah, it's really fun to be back in it.
Yeah, and I know after the Moorhead loss, you mentioned turnovers was a concern, and then some of the shot selection. How do you feel that came around with the Trail Lakes?
Better. We went 24 turnovers at Moorhead to 11 at DL, and so I thought we certainly did that better. Shot selection. It's funny how when the ball goes in, you don't complain about some of those shots, right? And that was early at DL. I thought we made shots that weren't really a whole lot different than what we were taking at Moorhead, but they went in. And all of a sudden you build a big lead and you feel pretty good and confident, and then things roll a little. I thought we got complacent with that and just thought we can live and die by tough threes, and it's not a way to live. And so we've really emphasized here now the last few days, how do we play inside out? How do we get post touches? How do we attack the rim better and get the threes we really want? I don't mind shooting 25, 30 threes a game if they're the right 25. But if we're shooting 25 and a dozen of those are tough contested ones, we're going to be we're not going to be an efficient enough team. And so we talked efficiency this week, and hopefully tonight you see some of that.
Well, I got to call the game Thursday. It was a lot of fun from a broadcasting standpoint. I just had to catch my breath a few times, but with the weapons you have, I think Otter fans are going to really be excited to see some of the transition style of basketball that you're able to play to get up and down. The athleticism is everywhere.
It's absurd. This is my 15th, 16th year as a head coach, and I've never had a team with this athleticism. And so then you got to try to figure out systematically how you use that to the best of your ability. And we've tried to give them an aggressive style defense that lets them turn that into offense. And so far through 2 games, we've done a great job of that. We've turned the teams over that we played a whole bunch. And it's created offense. And yeah, you got guys like Henry and Ryan Duncan on one end. Luke Pearson will be back tonight. Those are guys that can play above the rim. So we'll never be a boring team to watch. We'll play fast. We'll make it exciting. And hopefully we can find a fine line there of what disciplined quality basketball is, along with that fun electric style.
And then the matchup, Central Lakes Conference matchup with the Rocori Spartans. And I know they don't go too deep in their lineup. Familiar names from last year. What are some of the challenges for tonight?
Yeah, Teletki is a kid who has started now for 3 years. Kind of a 5'11" football kid, super athletic, elevates on his jumper, can score. So he kind of makes him go. TJ Starkey started for him last year. I thought had a really good playoff game for him against us. Lefty, shoots it well, but he's quick and likes to get into the paint. And then they have a couple other kids that played a fair amount last year too, in Guggenberg and Prom. So those are kids we'll have to be ready for. They're not deep, so I think hoping we can play up tempo, wear them out. Offensively, they're going to want to play pretty methodical. I really think Tyler does a really good job coaching. I love what he does offensively. Kind of comes from the Novak tree down at Bethel, and really teaches the game well. The kids understand what they're trying to accomplish, and so they can pose some problems. Hopefully we can disrupt them, but I really think he does a good job coaching these guys. So we'll have to be prepared and be disciplined defensively.
Home opener tonight. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
You bet.
Yep.
Thank you.
Have a good one tonight. Otter boys at home against the Rocori Spartans. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have our keys to the game sponsored by Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary. Against the Rocori Spartans in boys basketball. take a break, and we'll be back. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more Otter boys basketball.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day. And with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
Here tonight, Otters at home in a Central Lakes Conference matchup against the Rocori Spartans. And it's time for our Keys of the Game, sponsored by Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary. We heard a little bit from Otter head coach Matt Johnson a moment ago, but the things he mentioned, things he brought up to me in our conversation before the game, make sure that the Otters play with pace and tempo. They want to get up and down the floor for a few reasons. That's their strength. Otters have great athletes all over the floor. They were dominant in transition on Thursday at Detroit Lakes. They want to keep that up. Also, Rocori is not very deep. They seem to go only 6 deep. And an opportunity to get them running up and down the floor, wear them down, get under their legs, especially early in the season. And so that'll be a key. The Otters want to get up and down the floor. And defensively, Matt said, be disruptive. Of course, if you're disruptive, you can force turnovers, get the other teams playing at a speed higher than they want to. A lot of times that's going to lead into some turnovers. And now the Otters are up and down running the floor in transition as well. Talking with Tyler Barker, head coach of the Rocori Spartans before the game, he kind of talked about both teams have it figured out, the opposite of what Coach Johnson wants. Transition defense, the Otters want to run, and Rocori knows that Detroit Lakes got burned defensively, not getting back against the Otters on Thursday. They got to get back. He talked about rebounding and boxing out, and then as Matt Johnson talked about wanting the pace to be up-tempo, that Rocori, Coach Barker feels that they need to control the pace, not let the game be a track meet, get up and down, and that'll be a key for Rocori. So those are the keys to the game for us tonight, sponsored by the Viking Cafe in downtown Fergus Falls and Fergus Falls Apothecary. It's also time now for the Ugstead Plumbing and Heating time and temp. And our Ugstead Plumbing and Heating time and temp, it's 21 degrees right now in Fergus Falls, and the time is 7:23 p.m. here with Otter boys basketball. Well, we're going to take another timeout, and when we return, we will have our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. Let's take a 1 minute. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Let's go 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. This is Otter boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems. Transparent, flexible, fearless.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
All right, back here at the Gold Gym. Kennedy Secondary School Otter Boys basketball tonight, going up against the Rocori Spartans. And it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center of Fergus Falls. First for the visiting Rocori Spartans. The Spartans are 1-2 on the season. The senior, number 3, Grant Tylutke. Senior, number 11, TJ Starkey. Junior, number 21, Brody Woods. Senior, number 23, Weston Guggenberger. And senior number 25, Tyler Prom. And Tyler Barker is the head coach of the Rocori Spartans. Our home team tonight, the Fergus Falls Otters. The Otters are 1-1 on the season. And starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 1, averaging 27 points per game the first 2 games for Fergus Falls. That's Henry Bethel. At guard, 6-foot junior, number 5, Micah Johnson. Another guard, 6'3 senior, number 23, Alex Ellison. At forward, a 6'3 senior, 12 points per game, number 4, Levi King. And at forward, a 6'7 senior, averaging 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. That's number 15, Ryan Hurst. Matt Johnson, the head coach of the Fergus Falls Otters. His coaching staff assistants are Brad Strand, Ryan Johnson, Taylor Foose, and Keith Pearson. And that is tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center on Highway 210 West, in Fergus Falls. Well, other game we mentioned earlier, the Otter girls won. Nick Heel called the first game of our doubleheader, 53-34. The Otter girls improved to 4-1 on the season. Brent Sternberg, 19 points to lead Fergus Falls. Bella Anderson had 11, and Hattie Fullhart had 10. Also, across the street, Otter boys hockey team in action at home against Sauk Rapids Rice. And we got boys basketball, Battle Lake at Hillcrest. We'll have some updates on those games throughout the night. But we're ready to go. Otter boys in maroon uniforms with gold letters and numbers. Rocori in white uniforms tonight with red letters and numbers. And it's Ryan Hurst in the center circle, along with Brody Woods for Rocori. And the tip is controlled by the Otters. And here comes Henry Bethel driving left baseline, dishes across. It's tipped. Alex Ellison has it. He's double teamed up at the top as the Spartans start off in a 2-3 zone. Bethel in the corner for three, and Henry knocks down the three. Give Micah Johnson the assist, and it's 3-0 Otters lead. Henry got off to a blistering start at Detroit Lakes on Thursday. He had 4 threes in about the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game as the Otters put on an offensive show on Thursday. Across it goes, three-pointer for Tyler Prom off the front of the rim, no good. Levi King battling for the rebound, and he's finally able to track it down. And here comes Micah Johnson. Otters up 3-0, just getting things going here. Corey, we mentioned they aren't particularly deep, going with a zone. They get it inside in the middle of the zone. Hurst gets the and one. They got the ball to Alex Ellison on the short corner. Hurst came cutting down the lane, and Ellison got him the ball, and Ryan Hurst is on the board. Some good passing by the Otters against this 2-3 zone of Rocori. And Ryan Hurst, he had a big night, 30 points at Detroit Lakes, and he nets the free throw. And that's 2 possessions and 6 points for Fergus Falls. 6-0, the Otters lead on our Park Region scoreboard. Into the front court, TJ Starkey working against Micah Johnson. Otters man-to-man defense. Tyluki on the baseline double team. Woods went up, and he drew the foul as the pass from the short corner was dumped off to Woods. First foul of the game on Fergus Falls. And it's going to go on Henry Bethel. So Brody Woods to the line for Rocori. And the free throw's in the air. It's good. Brody Woods, the junior for the Spartans. In their loss on Friday at Princeton, Woods had 12 points, and he makes that free throw. TJ Starkey had 15 in that one to lead Rocori, and it's 6-2, Otters by 4. A little over a minute into the game, and Henry Bethel has the basketball up top. Over to Johnson, baseline. Ellison underneath the Hurst has it knocked away as he steps through. They're going to call a travel on Ryan Hurst in the middle. That'll be the first turnover of the game on either team, and Rocori will have the basketball, and bringing it up is TJ Starkey, the senior guard. And he's right side, uses a ball screen at the top. Left-hand dribble, turns the corner. Back up to Tyler Prom, right wing. It's Guggenberger. Across now to Starkey, right-hand dribble. Now it's Guggenberger again in the middle. In traffic, Levi King has the steal, and there's going to be a foul on Rocori. First turnover on Rocori. Give the steal to King. Levi's just had some great all-around performances already. He had 16.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and as he always is a force defensively for the Otters. And got a steal right there. Pass in the middle to Hurst. Otters have the basketball. Ellison near side corner to King. Now Ryan Hurst penetrates, a little Euro step, and flicks it off the right hand on the finger roll. And Ryan Hurst with a beauty of a move, and he's got 5 points, 8-2. Otters by 6. Left-hand drive, Tyluki right to the basket, too strong off the glass. Henry Bethel goes high for the rebound. Up the floor, Levi King fakes right, goes left, up the middle, and couldn't get it to go. High off the glass, no good. Tyluki with a rebound. And here come the Spartans. Starkey penetrates, kicks to the corner. Guggenberger guarded by Bethel. Back to the corner. Three-pointer left side. No good by Starkey. King is able to control it and get it over to Henry Bethel. Here comes Bethel. Right to left on the dribble. Now between the legs. Far wing comes back to Levi King. Johnson. Now Alex Ellison. 8-2. Otters by 6. Bethel for 3 up top. That was contested up there, and it went off the front of the rim. No good. A little bit of an awkward release there by Bethel, and the rebound went to Starkey for the Spartans. Inside, tipped away by Hurst, and Levi King comes up with a ball. Second Rocori turnover. Here's Ryan Hurst. Another little Euro step, a little short off the glass. Ryan gets his own rebound. Skips it all the way across. Here's Alex Ellison, and he's bumped on the drive, and it'll be a foul on the Spartans. And it'll go on TJ Starkey. So Starkey picks up the foul, third team foul. And Otters come with some substitutions. Micah Johnson, Alex Ellison, Levi King are out. Isaac Ellison, Luke Pearson, and Jack Ratz are in. Luke didn't play on Thursday in Detroit Lakes. He had an ankle injury. Back and ready to go here tonight. And Bethel over to Pearson. Luke's going to let the deep three go. That's off the right side of the rim, no good. And Woods with a rebound for Rocori. Fergus Falls 8, Rocori 2 on our Park Region scoreboard. Guggenberger up to Prom. Prom guarded by Ratz at the top. Couple dribbles to his right, looking for somewhere to go. Back to Starkey. Top of the key. Right to left. Starkey the lefty. We'll bring it back out. Now towards the left wing. Pivots away from the D. Comes to Prom. Looks high-low. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Guggenberger. Right-hand drive goes up. Blocked or tipped from behind. Woods tries to save it, but he stepped on the baseline. That'll be a third turnover for Rocori. Otter, good defensive possession there. And into the game will be Nolan Vanley, sophomore for Rocori. Guggenberger comes out. So it's 8-2. Otters by 6. 2-3 zone here now from the Spartans. They went briefly a man there on the previous possession. Now Pearson across it goes. Isaac Ellison to Bethel. Henry at the top of the key. Bounce pass in the middle of the Hurst. Little high-low action right to Ratz and Jack. Oh, in and out. That was halfway down and popped out. That was some good passing there against the zone by the Otters, but it was Brody Woods with a rebound. So Rocori with the ball. And with it is Vanley. Goes over Starkey to the baseline against Bethel. Cut off, knocked away by Henry. Goes out of bounds. It went off of Starkey's foot. And the Otters will get the ball back. Another turnover. They're starting to rack up here for Rocori. Their fourth of the game. And Henry Bethel will take the inbounds and bring it into the front court. All the way across to Pearson. Luke one dribble left. Comes all the way back to Henry in front of the Rocori bench. Short corner. Hurst skips across. Pearson steps into the three. Off the heel, no good. Long rebound. Battled for. Isaac Ellison comes up with it. Now here's Bethel. Over to Ellison. Isaac in the middle to Jack Ratz. Ratz at the right elbow back to Ellison. Two dribbles left across to Pearson. 8 on the shot clock. Floater is short on the baseline by Pearson. Vanley gets the rebound. There's going to be a rebounding foul on Fergus Falls. Foul is going to be on Ryan Hurst, his first, team second. Micah Johnson, King, and Alex Ellison are in. Hurst, Pearson, and Ratz will come out. Just a reminder, in a little bit, we'll have our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report, and the pre-owned inventory at Minnesota Motor Company is growing. Contact the sales team for a test drive today. Rocori with the ball. Gone on a scoring drought here for both teams, 8-2. Otters by 6. Starkey in the lane. Nice bounce pass underneath. Yeah, there's a rejection by Levi King, and he gets his own rebound, and here come the Otters. Levi showing off some more athleticism. And here's Isaac Ellison, thinks about the three. Back out to Micah Johnson, over to King. Levi comes to Alex Ellison, far side. Now here's Isaac, over to Levi. In the corner, that's far side, Henry Bethel. Bethel cut off on the baseline. He'll dribble it all the way back out. And we're now at 8 on the shot clock. Behind the back, Henry sifts through the defense, bank shot, rims out, no good. And the rebound to Tyler Prom. So the Otters, they've gotten shots, they just haven't been able to make them. Only one turnover so far, but they've gone empty the last 4 or 5 possessions or so. But the good news is their defense has been good. There's a 3 right side, and there's the announcer curse. As, right, what I mentioned, the Otters are getting stops. The 3 is good by TJ Starkey, his first field goal. Now in the Otters, the other end, it's tipped away, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Fergus Falls. 8-5. Otters by 3. Guggenberger back in for the Spartans. Prom comes out. 11:51 to play, first half. Yeah, that was the first field goal for Rocori. And in the first game of our doubleheader, the Bemidji didn't get their first field goal. And there's Isaac Ellison buries the 3 off the inbounds play. So the Otters answer that. They kick their lead back up to 6. Bemidji, they didn't get their first field goal for 11 and a half minutes in that one before they got on a little bit of a roll. Now on the other end, there's another 3. It's Grant Tylutke. So a couple threes in a row for the Spartans, and it's an 11-8. Otters by 3 as the Spartans settle in. 2-3 zone. Ellison and Bethel playing catch across to Micah Johnson. Here's Isaac Ellison. Good bounce pass underneath Levi King. Layup is good. That's what you do with a zone. Try to penetrate those gaps. And Isaac Ellison, after hitting a 3, he got some respect. They came out to guard him, and he penetrated and found Levi for an easy 2. 13-8. Otters by 5. 11 minutes to play first half. Cross away. And almost losing it on the drive is Starkey. Kicks it back out. Bethel went for the steal. Didn't get it. Double teamed in the middle. Going up, rimming around, and getting the roll is Nolan Van Looy. So Van Looy with his first field goal. Now the scoring's starting to pick up a little bit. 13-10. And in the middle of the zone, there's going to be a foul on the Spartans. And it's going to be on Grant Tylutke. His first, team 4th. Prom back in for the Spartans. Van Looy comes out. Bethel and Alex Ellison are out for Fergus Falls as Hurst and Rats come back in. So the Otters right now with Levi King, Rats, Micah Johnson, Isaac Ellison, and Ryan Hurst. As Johnson will inbound. Comes right into Hurst. He's tripped up and fouled. That was going to be a good look for the Otters there in the middle of that zone, but Hurst was tripped, and the foul goes to Grant Tylutke, his second now, and 15 foul. And Johnson will inbound again. Comes up left wing, Isaac Ellison, shot fake, couple dribbles right. Here's Levi King, goes up, double clutch, rims around and in. Levi with another bucket, he's got 4. Otters back up by 5, 15-10 on our Park Region scoreboard. Brody Woods hands it off, Starkey left-hand drive, goes into the corner. Open for 3 is Tyler Prom, and he's got it. So the Spartans starting to get the shooting going here. They got 3 threes here now in the first half, and the Otter lead is down to 2. 15-13. Hurst in the middle of the lane, puts it off the rim, off the glass, and in. Ryan Hurst now with 7. He leads all scorers in this game. And it's 17-13. Otters by 4. With the basketball, Tylutke working against Rats, and he is bumped by Rats, and that'll be a foul on the drive on Jack Rats. His first, team 3rd. Luke Pearson is back in. Isaac Ellison out. Isaac, some nice minutes there for the Otters. And Van Looy is back in for Rocori as Tylutke comes out. And it's Starkey inbounding for the Spartans. Inbounds it to Woods, back to Starkey in the corner. Working his way in against Micah Johnson. Micah knocks it out of bounds, and it'll stay with Rocori with 9:41 to play. Minnesota Motor halftime report is on the way, and if you're in the market for a new vehicle, make Minnesota Motor Company your first stop. That's Minnesota Motor on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Rocori with the basketball, and here's Starkey, ball screen at the top, near side corner. Prom back out to Starkey. Hurst is on him, left-hand drive. 2 on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper, it's blocked by Hurst, and that'll be a shot clock violation on Rocori. Otters get it done defensively. I think it surprised Rocori. Surprised me, too, how much was left on the shot clock. And the Otters get the stop, and they have the ball. Johnson over to King. Now Rats back out to Levi. Near side, it's Luke Pearson. Short corner to Rats against this zone. Straight up top, Micah Johnson, the long 2, and it's good. Good pass there from Rats, and Micah stepped into it. He stepped on the line, which kept it from being 3, but the 2 is good, and it's 19-13. Otters back up by 6, which matches their biggest lead here of this first half. Starkey, top of the key, it's Rats on him. Near side to Tyler Prom. Prom against Levi King. Knocked away by Levi. Couple dribbles, picks it up. Handoff goes to Van Looy, and now it's Starkey. Fakes left now, 8 on the shot clock to the basket, goes up. Looks like there's going to be, yep, he made the shot, but it's going to be a foul before the shot and it's going to be on Jack Ratz. So Ratz picks up his second, team fourth. Alex Ellison, Henry Bethel are in. King and Ratz come out. 8 minutes, 34 seconds to play first half. Otters lead at 19-13 on the Park Region scoreboard. Inbound come to Woods, back to Starkey in the corner. Starkey thinking about driving the baseline, pulls it back up top, knocked away, and here comes Henry Bethel. Henry in transition, he goes up for the one-hand slam. There's the Otters turning turnovers into transition baskets. We had a lot of dunks in Detroit Lakes, and this is an Otter team athletic. They're going to be able to do that quite a bit throughout the year. Timeout here on the floor. Let's make it a 30-second timeout. Otters lead at 21-13 on our Park Region scoreboard. You're listening to Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Ottertail Minn Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Ottertail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Well, Midwest Printing, your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. And also West Central Ag Air, your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier, and the right choice to defend your crops. That's West Central Ag Air. Well, 6 in a row here for the Otters. They have their biggest lead of the first half. It's 21-13 on our Park Region scoreboard. Henry Bethel with a steal and a transition dunk to give the Otters the 8-point lead. Rocori with the ball. Tyler Prom right-hand drive back out Guggenberger. Near side, Tyluki goes up against Bethel. Couldn't get it to go. Good contest by Henry. And Ryan Hurst with a rebound. Bethel lead pass. Pearson couldn't handle it, but gets it to Ellison. Goes up partially stripped, but Alex comes up with it and is able to put it in. Kind of a frantic turn of events there with a good lead pass, and Pearson doing a good job to get it to Ellison. He was stripped, but got it right back and got his first basket of the game. First double-digit lead for the Otters, 23-13. Backdoor cut. There's Ellison right there, anticipating steal. Hurst up the floor in transition, and he's bumped up. Nope, it's going to be an offensive foul called on Ryan Hurst. Good job by the Spartans getting there in position. And Ryan picks up his second turnover on the Otters. And with 2 fouls, Hurst is going to come out with those 2 fouls. Levi King, Isaac Ellison are in. Hurst and Pearson come out. 23-13, Fergus Falls by 10. And Rocori with the ball. Van Looy swings it over to Tyluki. Up top, it's Prom. Otters pressure man-to-man defense. Starkey to the baseline, stepping through. Maybe got away with a walk. Little jumper in the lane is good for Grant Tyluki. Tyluki now with 5. Otters lead is 8, 23-15. Isaac Ellison to Levi King on the baseline. Goes up. Levi King gets the basket and draws the foul. He's really effective extending. He's got some length, athleticism, and Levi finishes on the baseline for 2. And that foul is on Tyler Prom, his second 6-team foul. And Prom will come out, and coming into the game, Brody Woods is back in. And Levi King with 6 points. He's got 3 rebounds, a pair of steals, a block, and he knocks down the free throw. Having a great start to the season. He's got 7 points. He and Hurst lead all scorers with 7. Otters' biggest lead of the game, 26-15. Starkey on the drive. He walked with it. Yep. There's a travel, a little shuffled his feet. I think he might have got away with one on the last possession. This time they got him. And that's the 7th turnover of the game for Rocori. We're just under 7 minutes to play. First half. And Henry Bethel has it. Gets a ball screen from Micah Johnson. Pull up 15-footer. And that skims the right side of the rim and goes out of bounds. Don't see that one too often. But the Spartans will get it. Trailing Fergus Falls by 11. TJ Starkey with the ball up. It comes to Woods. Woods with the handoff. It comes to Tyluki. Tyluki near corner. It goes to Van Looy. Van Looy baseline, double team comes, looking, tipped away. Otters come up with a steal. There's Isaac Ellison. Here's Ellison, bounce past Levi King across to Henry Bethel. Who did it go off of? It went off of Starkey. And the Otters will keep it. They'll throw it in the far corner, deep corner. And Micah Johnson will throw it in. And here's Micah, comes to Bethel. Up top to King. Levi swings it over Isaac Ellison. He's open, lets the three go. Nothing but net for Isaac Ellison. So Isaac with a pair of threes. Otters are up by 14, 29-15 on our Park Region scoreboard. 6:10 to play first half. Good first half here for Isaac Ellison. There's a backdoor cut underneath, a reverse, and a very nice finish there. That was a beauty by Guggenberger. And he had one of the better defenders you'll see with Levi King all over him, and he was able to finish. First basket for Guggenberger. Alex Ellison in the corner, left-hand dribble, steps across, goes to Isaac. He wants another three. That one's off the heel, and Tyluki with a rebound for the Spartans. In transition, left side, Starkey, baseline, kicks out. Van Looy wants three, off the front of the rim. It's tipped by Ellison and recovered by Micah Johnson for the Otters. Up to Henry Bethel, top of the key over to King. Levi right-hand drive, and he shuffled his feet just a bit and is called for the travel. Only the third Otter turnover here in the first half. And Ryan Hurst is back in. And Micah Johnson comes out. So Ryan coming in with 2 fouls. Going to have to be careful. Try not to pick up his third. 5:25 to play. First half, Starkey right-hand drive against Ellison. Moves to his left. Now it's Tyluki. Back up to Van Looy. Tyluki with it again. And here is Starkey. Going to be a blocking foul called on Alex Ellison. Trying to cut off Tyluki, moving to his right. Alex picks up his first. 6th Otter team foul. So both teams with 16 fouls will be in the bonus on the next foul. Van Looy comes out. Prom is back in for Rocori. And Starkey will throw it in. Bounce pass comes in to Prom. Guarded closely by Levi King. Picks up his dribble. Otters coming with good pressure defense here tonight. As it's Guggenberger now into the post to Woods. Woods turns right shoulder. He's rejected by Hurst, and Henry Bethel with a rebound. Couple blocks for Ryan on the drive. There's a no-look pass. Alex Ellison couldn't handle it, and the Spartans come up with the basketball. 4 Otter turnovers. Left side, Tyluki. Right-hand dribble, back to his left in the corner, and the pass is wide of Starkey, and that's a 9th Rocori turnover. Give Levi King some credit for really pressuring the basketball. And 4:40 to play first half. Henry Bethel across to Levi King. 2-3 zone for the Spartans. In the middle, Ellison tries to dump it off. Knocked away and stolen by Brody Woods. There's some length on the middle from Brody Woods, the junior post player for the Spartans. Tyluki, left-hand drive, gets by both men right to the hoop. He gets the basket, and he draws the foul. One of the few times we haven't seen the help get there for the Otters on those baseline drives. Tyluki was 7. The foul is on Levi King. Levi's first, team 7th. Luke Pearson is in. Alex Ellison comes out. 4 minutes, 21 seconds away from our Minnesota Motor halftime report. Their service department is conveniently open on Saturdays from 8 to 1. That's Minnesota Motor. Free throw is missed. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Spartans. So Rocori will keep the ball. Otters up 29-19. Otter girls won game 1 of the doubleheader here tonight, defeating Bemidji. Now the inbound, confusion, and Levi King comes up with a steal. Levi lead pass. Henry Bethel layup is good. Now the Otters turn those turnovers into transition. I got Levi with 3 steals in the game already, and it's 31-19. Otters up by a dozen. Here's Prom, couple dribbles right, working against King. Now Ellison comes on the double team. They kick it back out to Woods. Over it goes to Starkey. Across now in the corner. Otters flying around, and there's a turnover. Gotta love the way the Otters are flying around defensively, making Rocori move the ball quickly to have opportunities, and it's forcing some turnovers when you force teams to play in a rhythm they aren't used to. 11 Rocori turnovers. Otters up by 12. Pass from Bethel wide to Ellison, but it comes back to Henry. Over to Isaac Ellison. Working against the zone. Bethel fakes the pass. Penetrates. Goes up. There's the two-hand slam on the alley-oop. Bethel to Hurst. And the Otters match their biggest lead of 14. It's 33-19 on our Park Region scoreboard. 9 in the game for Hurst to lead all scores. We mentioned the athleticism you're going to see all year long with this team, and it was on full display there. Prom in the corner for three, and Tyler Prom hits the three. He's got a pair of threes, and that cuts the Otter lead down to 11, 33-22. Now baseline, short corner, King goes up. Levi bank shot too strong, and the weak side rebound goes to Guggenberger. And walking it into the front court is TJ Starkey. 2:45 to play, first half. Starkey, over it goes, three-pointer right side. That one's good, and that one was Weston Guggenberger. So just like that, couple of quick threes, a 14-point lead is down to 8. Behind the back pass by Bethel finds its way over to Luke Pearson. That's no good. Good tip by Levi King, gets it to Ryan Hurst, and the layup is good. Give Levi a ton of credit there. He kept that thing alive and almost like he tipped it right to Hurst. Probably give Levi an assist on that one. And it's 35-25. Otters by 10. Pass inside. Knocked away, but Tyluki comes up with it. Cutting to the middle. Knocked away again. Tyluki comes up with it again. And he hands it off to Starkey. 2-minute mark we go. Bethel tips it away, but it goes right side. There's a three from Guggenberger off the heel. King goes high to fetch the rebound. Diagonal pass across to Isaac Ellison. Corner Pearson. Now Bethel. Henry between the legs on the dribble. Bounces it back to Luke Pearson. Otters up by 10. They've led by as many as 14. Hurst will let the three go in the corner. Off the front of the rim, no good. Woods with the rebound. King is going to be called with a foul going for the basketball. And that's going to send Brody Woods to the free throw line. 8th team foul on the Otters. Marcus Mock's going to come into the game for the first time for Fergus Falls. Micah Johnson is in. Isaac Ellison and King are out. And Prom comes out. Van Looy back in for Rocori. 35-25, Otters by 10. Home opener for Fergus Falls. Central Lakes Conference opener for the Otters as well. First free throw is good for Brody Woods. He's got 3 points. He's 3 for 3 from the line. 1:38 to play till our Minnesota Motor halftime report. Simply drive into Minnesota Motor for their hassle-free express lube. That's Minnesota Motors. Second free throw, no good. And Luke Pearson grabs the rebound for the Otters. Otters up by 9, minute and a half to play first half. Marcus Mock, short corner to Pearson. Skips across Bethel. Henry lets the three go, and Henry buries the three. Otters' interior passing against the zone has been very good all game. And now Henry Bethel has 10 points. And is in double figures. Otters up by 12 on the drive. Another foul. And that'll get Rocori back to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And Henry Bethel will pick up foul number 2. And it will be Weston Guggenberger to shoot the 1-and-1. Guggenberger, senior, has 5 points tonight. And the lefty puts it up. That's off the heel, no good. There's a high-flying rebound by Bethel. His 4th rebound of the game. And Henry brings it up the floor. Ball screen moving left. Jump stop. No look pass underneath, and Pearson wasn't there. Turnover number 6 for Fergus Falls. And Alex Ellison will check back in. Hurst will come out. Matt Johnson protecting Hurst, who has 2 fouls. 1:01 to play first half. Otters up by 12. And Starkey brings it into the front court for Rocori. Jump stop. Guarded by Johnson. Back out to Guggenberger. Guggenberger comes through the lane, leaves his feet, kicks it back out. Three-pointer straight on Tyluki, no good. Ellison tips it, and Micah Johnson comes up with it. Lead pass Pearson. Back out. His pass intercepted by Tyluki. Tyluki in transition goes up. Bethel goes for the block. It's too strong, and Henry with the rebound. Good job defensively there, getting back by Henry Bethel. Now there's a loose ball at midcourt, and there's going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow is in favor of Rocori. So the Otters getting hurt by some turnovers here late in the first half. That's their 8th turnover, 7 and 8 there in the last few seconds. And Rocori can hold for the last shot if they elect to do so. with 29.9 seconds left. And a 12-point Fergus Falls lead, 38-26 in Rocori with the ball. It's Starkey over in the far corner. Guggenberger picks up his dribble, looking for somewhere to go. Back up to Starkey. We're at 14 seconds to play in the half. Bethel is on Starkey. Ball screen coming. He doesn't use it. Goes in the lane. Little floater 10 feet. And Starkey knocks it down. 5 seconds to go. Otters will have a chance here. Bethel drives by one man. Steps through. Goes up. Circus shot. And Henry Bethel finds a way to get the ball to go in. Unbelievable athleticism by Henry Bethel. And the basket is good. Henry stepping to the free throw line. There was no foul called. Henry thought he got fouled. But Henry with a great shot. A double, I don't know even how to explain that. He leapt up in the air. And there was some contact there. And double clutched, and somehow as he was falling to the ground, looped it around his body and banked it in for 2. So Henry with a dozen. And the Otter lead is a dozen. 40-28 is the score here at the half on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. And it's time for a Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. And Minnesota Motor, they got tires, great service. That's Minnesota Motor Company on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. So we'll go to a break. And let's go to a 2-minute break. Otters up at the half, 40-28 over the Rocori Spartans. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF and streaming live on the Fergus Now app.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service food. Serving you best.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
I'm Tad Butke, your dedicated business sales consultant at Park Region. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, scale your business, or find tailored solutions, I'm here to help you achieve your goals.
Reach out to Tad today at 218-998-2000 for Park Region to go beyond the connection.
Welcome back to Kennedy Secondary School Gold Gymnasium. Home opener for the Otter boys. Been a good start for the Otters. They lead at the half, 40-28. It's our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. And Jason Retzloff with you tonight, along with Derek Sidian, with this game here on News Talk 1250 KBRF, and also streaming live on the Fergus Now app. Otters up 40-28. And again, another entertaining half of basketball. And Otters got off to a good start, really got off to a good start defensively. And we talked about how in the girls' game, Bemidji did not have a field goal for the first 11.5 minutes. And it was a great start for the Otter girls. And it was a great start for the Otter boys defensively. The first field goal for Bemidji, I believe, came at about the 11.5-minute mark, so about 6.5 minutes without a field goal for Bemidji. The Otters, after they got up 8-2, their offense stalled out for a little bit for a stretch there, where the score really held its pace. Then the scoring from that point on really picked up. The Spartans were able to start feeling it for a stretch there from the three-point line. They made 5 threes in the first half, but the Otters really, I thought, did a nice job against the zone. Bemidji spent a lot of the majority of the first half in a 2-3 zone. And some really nice interior passing against that zone, attacking the zone, trying to get the ball to the short corner, flashing the cutter down the middle of the lane. A lot of good diagonal passes that have led to some really good looks at the three-point line. Matt Johnson in our pregame interview talked about how he's fine with taking a lot of threes as long as they're the right ones. And I think the Otters got a lot of good looks from three, including a pair of threes against the zone from Isaac Ellison. Came in, had a good half for the Otters. Henry Bethel leading all scores with 12. Hurst doing his thing with 11. And then Levi King, he impacts the game in a lot of different ways. I got him with all sorts of numbers: 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and doing his thing with his great athleticism. Add it all up, and it's a great start for the Otters here in the first half. 40-28, Fergus Falls leads it on our Park Region scoreboard. This is our Minnesota Motor halftime report. And at Minnesota Motor Company, they know every decision they make affects every mile you drive. Trust the experts at Minnesota Motor. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout here. When we come back, I'll go over some of my unofficial stats I've been taking here as the first half has progressed. 2-minute timeout. Otters lead at 40-28 on our Park Region scoreboard. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report, and the Otter boys lead at 40-28 over Rocori, trying to make it a clean sweep with the basketball teams here tonight. Otter girls in game 1 of our doubleheader. Great job by Nick Heel on the call in our first game, and it was Fergus Falls 53, Bemidji 34. Otters really beat it up in that one, and Otter boys trying to make it a sweep here in game 2 of this doubleheader. A lot of activities going on in Fergus Falls here tonight. You got the doubleheader with basketball. You got boys hockey across the street going on that we'll have an update on in a moment, and then gymnastics going on as well. So plenty for sports fans here in Fergus Falls tonight. Well, let's take a look at some of our stats. First for the Otters, who lead at 40-28. They're led in scoring. Henry Bethel has 12 points, including a pair of threes for Henry. Ryan Hurst in double figures as well with 11. 6 points on a pair of threes for Isaac Ellison. Levi King has 7 in the game, and 2 points apiece for Micah Johnson and Alex Ellison. I have King and Bethel leading the Otters on the boards with 5 apiece, and 3 rebounds for Micah Johnson. And on the assists, Levi King with 3, and then Bethel and Isaac Ellison with 2 assists apiece. I also try to keep a few other stats as we go. I'm not quite as accurate on the steals and blocks, but I got Levi with 3 steals in this game and Ryan Hurst with a pair of blocks for the Otters. For Rocori, they're led in scoring. Grant Tyluki with 7, 6 for Tyler Prom on a pair of 3s, 5 apiece for TJ Starkey and Weston Guggenberger, 3 for Brody Woods, and 2 for Nolan Van Looy. On the boards for Rocori, 3 rebounds to lead the way from Brody Woods, and then 3 assists by TJ Starkey to lead for Rocori. On the team totals, I got the Otters out rebounding Rocori 17-11. 11 turnovers for the Spartans, 8 for the Otters. Fergus Falls with 17 first half field goals, 4 of those from behind the arc, 2 from Bethel and 2 for Isaac Ellison. And the Otters are 2 for 2 from the free throw line. The Spartans have 10 field goals, half of those from behind the arc. Their 3s came, actually 2 from Prom and then 1 apiece from Guggenberger, Starkey, and Tyluki. And the Spartans are 3 for 5 from the line. Otters have never trailed in this game, and they lead at 40-28 here at the half. And that will put an end to our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. And if your windshield needs replacing, contact the experts at Minnesota Motor Company. They're located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. All right, moments away from the second half. Just a reminder, this game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. We'll name our quality player after the game in our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. Well, Fergus Falls will have the basketball to start the second half, leading 40-28. It'll be their original starting lineup: Micah Johnson, Henry Bethel, Levi King, Alex Ellison, and Ryan Hurst. And then it's Starkey and Tyluki, Guggenberger, Woods, and Prom for Rocori. And it is a 2-3 zone for the Spartans to start the second half. There's a lob. There's Bethel, tried to get it to Hurst, but his pass is too high for Bethel. It was there, but the pass a little high there for Hurst to go get, and the Otters turn it over on their first possession. Rocori with the basketball, man-to-man defense. Micah Johnson swats it away. Levi King trying to track it down. He does. King goes right to the hoop. He gets the basket. Draws the foul off the glass. What a great play by Micah Johnson and Levi King. Micah with tipping the ball and the steal. And Levi able to finish drawing the contact in transition. And Levi now with 9. He can join Hurst and Bethel in double figures. He'll have to wait as the free throw is no good. And Woods with a rebound for the Spartans. But the Otters have now matched their biggest lead of the game, 42-28 on the Park Region scoreboard. Far side, it's Tyluki with it, looking for somewhere to go. It goes off the hands of Guggenberger. Picks it up, knocked away. Well, Alex is going to get called for a reach-in foul coming from behind. And that foul is assessed Alex Ellison, his second. First team foul on the Otters in the second half. And Rocori inbounds. It comes in to Grant Tyluki. Picks it up, comes over to Guggenberger in front of the Rocori bench. Now Starkey. King cuts him off, comes back towards the baseline. Straight on, it's Guggenberger. 7 on the shot clock. Left-hand drive, tough off-balance shot, no good. King with a rebound. Levi lead pass, Alex Ellison in transition, double clutch finish. Good outlet pass from Levi. Alex, great finish. And the Otters have their biggest lead of the game, 44-28 on the Park Region scoreboard. 4 for Alex Ellison. They're trying to swing it across. It's knocked out of bounds by Henry Bethel. And I think it was off of Henry on there, but the official's going to talk it over. They're going to get a third opinion. Now they're going to call it a jump ball. If I had to guess, I would have said there was off Henry there. But in any event, the Otters will take it. Jump ball. And possession are in favor of Rocori. And the Spartans throw it in. Comes in to Woods. Near side over to Tyluki. Now they set it up for Starkey. He's open for 3. And that is off the rim, no good. Bethel with a rebound on the weak side. Good execution on that end out for Rocori. Just didn't get the shot to go. Johnson across Alex Ellison. He'll let the 3 go. Straight on. Hard off the glass. No good. Levi King, a big rebound. Kicks it out. Micah Johnson wants 3. That's in and out. No good. Hurst on the offensive board. Tries to save it. It goes off the foot of Guggenberger, but Guggenberger able to control it for Rocori. Good looks there for the Otters. Good start to the second half. Otters up by 16, 44-28. Tyluki, top of the key, Woods. Otters man-to-man defense. And right side, it's Guggenberger. Comes up to Starkey. Ball screen to his left. To the baseline, walked with it. Extra step in there. And turnover number 12 for Rocori. 15:52 to play in the game. We had an update on the Otter boys hockey game across the way in the community arena. After one period, Sauk Rapids Rice leading Fergus Falls 2-1. That's after one. 2-3 zone for the Spartans. Goes to the far corner. Ryan Hurst with it for Fergus Falls. Top of the key, Levi King. Back to Hurst on the wing. Takes a dribble, comes over to Henry Bethel. Henry across to Micah Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. Henry fakes a pass. Euro step in the lane. Ellison back out Johnson. 5 to shoot. Bethel. Henry has a look for 3. In and out. Halfway down. No good. Rebound tipped back out to Tyluki for Rocori. Man, Henry had that one rattling around the hoop. Could have just as well gone in and didn't. And Rocori with the ball. Guggenberger. Bounce pass stolen away by Alex Ellison. Another Spartan turnover. There's Bethel. And Henry goes up. Tough off-balance shot. He draws the foul. And Henry Bethel to the line to shoot 2. So Brody Woods picks up the foul, his second, team second. And Henry Bethel, his first trip to the free throw line. Henry with 12 points, 6 rebounds, a pair of assists in this one. Free throw's good. He had quite the acrobatic shot at the buzzer at the end of the half to give the Otters a 12-point lead. And now the Otters have got the first 5 points of the second half to extend their lead to 17 and make it, oh, that's no good. And Brody Woods, 5th rebound for the Spartans. And timeout called here by Rocori coach Tyler Barker. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. Otters up 45-28 on our Park Region scoreboard. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems. Transparent, flexible, fearless.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
And the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. We will name our Quality Player of the Game in our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show in just a bit. Things going well for Fergus Falls. Otters up by 17. This is their biggest lead. And they've come out. The Rocori has not scored in the first 3+ minutes of the second half. Otters will try to keep that going here. Rocori with the basketball. Fergus Falls some new players, and now there's a whistle away from the ball. It's going to be a hold on Jack Ratz, it looks like. Battling with position with Brody Woods. So Ratz picks up his third, team second. And Starkey will throw it in. A line end out here for Rocori. And looking, lobs it in. It's going to go all the way to the backcourt. Tyluki will track it down. Otters come in the game. Pearson came in. Isaac Ellison and Ratz all in to go along with Alex Ellison and Bethel. There's a pass into the post. Woods. Bethel comes to help. Knocks it away. Back out Prom. 10 on the shot clock. On the drive, Starkey pull up 10-footer off the heel. No good. Henry Bethel with a rebound. And here comes Henry over the timeline. Finds Isaac Ellison. Short corner, it's Alex. Bounce pass up top, Bethel. One-handed pass to Pearson in the corner. Lobs it all the way across. No one there, but Isaac Ellison tracks it down. Here's Luke. Short corner, Alex. Nice pass. Ratz gathers, goes up, off balance, draws the foul. More good passing from the Otters against this zone. And Ratz will shoot 2. As that foul is on Brody Woods, his third, team third. And Jack Ratz to the line looking for his first point of the game. And that free throw off the heel, rims around and finds the net. First point for Ratz, 46-28. Nolan Van Looy back in for the Spartans. Woods will come out. He's got 3 fouls. He's the only Well, he and Rats have 3 fouls. And Jack's second free throw. That's in the air. That one's pure, nothing but net on that one. Otters by 19, 47-28. They're on a 7-0 run to start the second half, a 9-0 run dating back to the end of the first half. And we're 4 minutes into the second half, 14 minutes to play in the game. Up top, it's Starkey. Fakes right, comes back left, double team comes. They kick it back out. It's Van Looy, kicks it over. Open for 3 is Guggenberger. That one finds the net. Guggenberger, his second 3, first field goal of the second half for Rocori. And now Weston Guggenberger leads the Spartans in this one with 8 points in the game. And the Fergus Falls lead is 47-31 on our Park Region scoreboard. Here's Henry Bethel between the legs, penetrates, comes back out, zips the pass across to Isaac. Rats back to Henry. Penetrates in the lane, goes up, contact, no call, but Henry is able to finish and get 2. Good job by Henry playing through that. Looked like there was a pretty good contact on the drive and got through it and is able to finish. 15 for Henry Bethel, 49-31 Otters by 18. There's a drive, they kick it over into the corner. Pass dumped off, Rats deflects it, but it comes out to Prom, top of the key. Here's Starkey trying to turn the corner, gathers, steps through, nifty move there by Starkey, who gets the hoop. Otters doing a good job getting after it defensively there, but Starkey just made a good play to finish that one off. He's got 7, 49-33. Fergus Falls by 16. Isaac Ellison, free throw line area. Pearson to Rats. Rats to the baseline. Back out Ellison. Now Isaac, 2 dribbles in, over to Rats in the far corner. Alex Ellison gets loose under the basket, goes up, gets it over the hoop. Within some traffic, it goes out of bounds off the Spartans, and the Otters will keep it. 12 minutes, 31 seconds to play in the game. And Alex Ellison inbounds, getting loose underneath the hoop is Jack Rats, and he is fouled. Jack found the sweet spot in that zone. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul is on Nolan Van Looy, his first. Rats 2 points in the game. He's 2 for 2 from the line. And the free throw is in the air, and it's good. Jack Rats, 3 free throws in a row here. Gets the Otter lead back up to 17, 50-33. Otters in action next on Friday. They'll host St. Cloud Apollo in another Central Lakes Conference matchup. Second free throw in and out, no good. And Tylutki with the rebound for Rocori. 12:20 to play in the game. And up top, Ellison tries to strip it away, but he's going to get called for the reach-in. And Alex Ellison gets his third. So Ellison and Rats with 3 fouls here for the Otters. 13 foul. And Matt Johnson's going to come in with 3 fresh set of legs. Micah Johnson, Levi King, Ryan Hurst are in. Rats, Pearson, and Alex Ellison are out. So Rats and Alex Ellison, the 2 Otters with 3 fouls, come out of the game. And Rocori inbounds. It comes to Van Looy, right side. Guarded by Hurst. Matt Johnson talking ball pressure. They've exerted a lot of ball pressure tonight. Been a good defensive performance by Fergus Falls on the drive. Guggenberger, that's a good pass. Unable to finish, though, is Prom. And Hurst with the rebound for Fergus Falls. Here's Ryan Hurst. Over to Isaac Ellison. Back to Hurst. Now Levi King on the wing. Levi turns the corner. A little runner in the lane from about 6 feet, and Levi King finishes. Levi now in double figures with 11. And the Otters match their biggest lead of the game, 52-33, with 11:35 to play. Starkey in the lane, jump stop, back out. Guggenberger straight on, off the left side of the rim. It's tipped from behind, but it's going to go off of Van Looy and out of bounds. Fergus Falls will get the ball. Brody Woods is in, Van Looy is out. Well, Midwest Printing, your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. Henry Bethel walks it into the front court. There's the zone from Rocori. Left side it goes to Micah Johnson. And Rocori, they only play 6 players in their rotation. You got to wear them down against this Otter defense all night. Bethel lobs it up to Hurst. Ryan goes up and finishes. There's some action there where you know those two have played together a lot. Henry just flipped it up in the air knowing that Ryan was going to be right there, and Hurst goes up and finishes. biggest lead for the Otters is now over 20, and there's a turnover and a steal for Micah Johnson. Lead pass up to Bethel. Henry a high wire act in the far corner to keep it in bounds. Swings it across to Isaac Ellison. Micah Johnson, three-pointer near side. That's off the front of the rim. Good offensive rebound by Isaac Ellison, but as he tries to go up, he lost control of the ball, and it will go to Rocori. Henry Bethel is out. Eston Bethel, 5'9" freshman, will get his first action tonight. And Rocori inbounds, and Eston's going to quickly be called for a foul, trying to reach in to tip the ball away. So Eston picks up his fourth team foul on Fergus Falls. And Guggenberger will inbound in the backcourt in front of the Otter bench. Comes in to Tyler Prom. And back it goes to Starkey. Near side. It's Guggenberger, knocked away momentarily by Johnson. Micah cuts him off. Otters have been relentless on this pressure. There's the help. Offensive foul. Levi King came over to step in. That's a good team defense there. Micah Johnson pressuring the basketball, forced him to the baseline, getting him out of control. The help was there in time, and not only was the help there, but Levi had position and took the charge. 15th Rocori turnover, and that foul was on Weston Guggenberger, his second, team fifth. And Otters up 21 will try to add to that. In the middle, it goes to Hurst, across to Bethel. That's Eston Bethel. Micah Johnson over to Bethel. King in the middle to Ryan Hurst. One dribble, kicks it over. Isaac Ellison has the open three off the heel. King tips it, but Levi's going to get called over the back. And Rocori will get it. Levi picks up his third, team fifth. And Rocori with the basketball. TJ Starkey working against Eston Bethel. Otters man-to-man defense the entire game. Isaac Ellison switched out on him. Left-hand drive, double team comes. Looking for somewhere to go, and now there's going to be a reach-in foul at the end. Yeah, the Otters felt they had the Spartans on the ropes there in that possession, but they will get Ryan Hurst with his third foul. So now 4 Otters with 3 fouls in this game. Levi King and Ryan Hurst both on the floor. And Alex Ellison and Jack Ratz on the bench also with 3 fouls. Inbound in the corner goes to Woods. And now Tyluki over to Starkey in the corner, all the way across. Almost hits the basket. The three-pointer rims out no good from Prom, and Levi King tips the ball to himself and comes up with his 8th rebound. Top of the key, Hurst. Back over to Levi King. Left-hand drive cut off by Prom. Now Micah Johnson, 2-3 zone from Rocori. In the middle, Hurst spinning in the lane. Tough off-balance shot. It's short. King, though, gathers the offensive rebound, scoops up the shot. Levi King relentless on the boards. He's closing in on a double-double. 13 points for Levi. And the Otters up by 23, 56-23 on the Park Region scoreboard. On the cut, good cut and finish there by Tyluki. On the feed from Prom. Quickly up the floor. Hurst, Euro step. Couldn't get it to go, but draws the foul. Now Hurst will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Personal foul on Brody Woods. That's number 4 on Brody. He's the first player of the game to get to 4 fouls. Hurst at the line, 13 points, 3 rebounds in the game, and the free throw is no good. Luke Pearson back in, and Levi King will come out. And Levi's been outstanding tonight. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, what I got, and a block for good measure. And Hurst's second free throw, that one's up and good. 14 for Ryan Hurst. And 22-point Fergus Falls lead, 57-35. Here is Starkey, guarded by Eston Bethel. Across it goes Tyluki, open for 3. Off the rim, no good. And Eston Bethel, weak side rebound. And Bethel over to Johnson, right side. Now Isaac Ellison in the post. Hurst skips it across. Everyone touched the ball on that possession. Pearson couldn't get the 3 to go in the corner. And Woods with his 7th rebound for Rocori. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the game. Otters in control, up 57-35. Right-hand drive, Guggenberger spins back towards the lane. Across it goes, Van Looy Everything's just difficult for Rocori. It's been a great defensive performance by the Otters in this man-to-man, applying pressure, pushing the speed and the pace up for Rocori. There's a three in the corner. That's good, nothing but net. The Spartans were scrambling on that possession, but able to finish off with the three from Starkey, who's now got 10. Bethel for three, hard off the glass, no good. Van Looy with a rebound for Rocori, 57-38. Otters by 19 on the Park Region scoreboard. Starkey uses a ball screen. Hurst switches out on him, back to Guggenberger, step through, and tough shot, rims out, no good. Woods with a rebound, and there's going to be a foul on the floor on the Otters. And Luke Pearson picks up his first, team 7th, so that'll put Woods to the line. And Bethel is in for Bethel, Henry in for Eston. And Brody Woods will shoot 2. He's got 3 points in the game, all from the line. He's 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 8 rebounds in this one. And this is 1-1. Free throw is good for Brody Woods. 4 points in the game. Alex Ellison is back in. Got a update in boys basketball. Hillcrest 35, Battle Lake 22 at the half. Bob Roars with the call on that one over on KJ Country. Second free throw is good for Woods. He's got 5, and timeout called. It's a 1-minute timeout, or a full timeout, so we will take a 1-minute timeout with the Otters leading 57-40 over Rocori. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
West Central Ag Air, your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier, and the right choice to defend your crops. That's West Central Ag Air. 57-40, Otters by 17. With 7:35 to play in the game. Otters have led by as many as 22 in this one. Inbound comes into Henry Bethel. Now some full court zone pressure from Rocori in the middle. Henry Bethel behind the back, goes up. Lob pass up to Hurst, goes up. Couldn't finish. Didn't really have much of a chance. Bethel able to save it, though, with a behind the back pass to Micah Johnson. Otters are going to be able to reset here. And Micah Johnson to Bethel, left wing. Lets the three go off the right side of the rim. No good. And Brody Woods with the rebound for the Spartans. Across the pass goes. Now Bethel in the passing lane. Henry with the steal. Here's Henry, goes up, gets the basket, draws the foul and one. And Henry Bethel will go to the line to try to convert the three-point play. 16 Rocori turnovers. And that foul is on Nolan Van Looy, his second, team 7th. Henry's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. He's got 17 points and 18 with that free throw. Leads all scorers. 20-point lead for Fergus Falls, 60-40. 6:52 to play in the game. Left-hand drive, Starkey. And probing his way into the middle. Comes around the hoop. Rejected by Hurst. Starkey tracks down his own rebound. 3 blocks I have unofficially in this one for Hurst. Way back up top it goes. Starkey with a basketball. Over in the corner, we're at 10 on the shot clock. Back to Starkey on the drive. Tough off-balance shot in the air. It goes off the heel straight in the air and through the net. And Starkey now leads Rocori with a dozen. 60-42. Ellison for 3 on the other end. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out to Hurst. Ryan on the drive. Loses it as he goes up in the air. And Rocori comes up with the ball. Starkey in transition. And the layup is good. Starkey now with 14. And it's a 16-point Otter lead, 60-44. Otters break the pressure. Bethel lobs it across to Micah Johnson, baseline. Isaac Ellison, three-pointer left side. Rims around, no good. Hurst keeps it alive, but it comes out to Starkey. And Rocori trying to get the lead to as narrow as it's been here. But still, it's a 16-point lead. Skip pass across, and it wasn't handled by Van Looy. And it goes out of bounds to Fergus Falls. Tyler Prom checks back in. And yeah, Matt Johnson's going to use a timeout. He'll use a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. This is a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. 60-44 Otters with the lead. Back with more Otter boys basketball in just a moment.
Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Fergus Falls 60, Rocori 44. 5:38 to play in the game. And Otters' offense has stalled out a little bit here last couple minutes, and Matt Johnson using a timeout, regrouped a bit here. Rocori's come with 2-2-1 three-quarter court zone press. And the Otters have come down. They've taken some early shots here. And Matt, look, now the Otters got to get it over here. They do in time. And Henry Bethel with the ball. It's Bethel, Isaac Ellison, Micah Johnson, Hurst, and Alex Ellison. Here is Ryan Hurst back out to Isaac. Over it goes to Micah Johnson. Johnson to Bethel. Henry now with 8 on the shot clock. Left to right on the dribble. Penetrates, gathers, goes up, and Henry able to sift through the defense and finish. So Henry now with 20. And the Otters are up by 18, 62-44. Under 5 minutes to go now in the game. And left-hand dribble now. It's Starkey on the drive. Tough shot, draws the foul. I think it's going to be Micah. Is it going to be Micah Johnson? Starkey's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And Micah Johnson gets his first and team 8th. And TJ Starkey. First trip to the free throw line for Starkey. He leads Rocori with 14 points in the game. And the lefty, first one is up and in. Ratz and King back in for Fergus Falls. The Ellisons come out. 4:49 to go. And Starkey, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in this one. The senior point guard for Rocori. Second one in the air, that's good. 16 for TJ Starkey. Otter lead is 16. And Fergus Falls working against the zone pressure. Back it comes to Henry Bethel. Henry Bethel into the front court. Now Rocori settles into the 2-3 zone. Micah Johnson, Levi King, short corner to Ratz. Back to Levi. Hurst, right to left on the dribble, goes up, floater. He's blocked by Woods. Battle for the rebound, and Hurst does come up with the offensive rebound. Gets it back out to Bethel. Over to Levi King. Now Henry Bethel between the legs on the dribble, back to King. In the middle of the zone, Hurst, little jump hook, and that's a beauty. Little jump hook. We saw that a few times at Detroit Lakes. And Hurst able to get it to go. 16 for Ryan Hurst. Otters back up by 18. Starkey on the drive, elevates, goes up, rims out, no good. Hurst with the rebound and gets it over to Henry Bethel. We're now under 4 minutes to go in this one. And Bethel over to Micah Johnson. Ratz to Bethel. And here is Micah Johnson. Playing catch with Henry Bethel. Henry between the legs on the dribble, spins back towards the lane. Dishes underneath to Levi. I think Levi was going up in the air, thinking maybe it'd be a lob, and Henry threw a sharper pass, and it was not handled and went out of bounds. 12 Otter turnovers in the game. And Rocori with the basketball. And left-hand dribble, Starkey back out. It comes to Tyluki. Pull up, tough shot with King in his face, but there's going to be a foul on King. Contesting that shot heavily. And Levi picks up his 4th. First Otter with 4 fouls, 19th foul. And Grant Tyluki, senior guard, he's got 9 points. He'll shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line tonight. And that is off the front of the rim, no good. 4 rebounds in the game for Tyluki. And trying to get into double figures. That one is up and good. So he's got double figures with 10. 64-47. Otters by 17. Hurst across to Micah Johnson. Brings it into the front court. Now he'll come back out. Otters try to milk clock here. Leading by 17 with 3:10 to play. Johnson back up to Bethel. Over to Micah. Now Henry. Right-hand dribble. Retreats back. We're at the 3-minute mark. Bethel ball screen right. 7 on the shot clock. Euro step in the middle. 10-footer no good. And Woods now in double figures with 10 rebounds in the game. And here comes Rocori. Starkey left-hand dribble to the wing. Steps back. Comes to Guggenberger. Tyluki now. Hurst is on him. Guggenberger over to Starkey in the post. King deflects the pass. And it went off of Levi and out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock. Rocori will throw it in. Near side corner. And Starkey will throw it in front of the end of his bench there. And Micah Johnson defensively, Otters man-to-man defense. Comes back to Starkey, uses a ball screen, steps back. Hurst tips it away, and Hurst is going to get called on the reach-in. So Ryan will get his 4th, and that'll be 2 shots now as Rocori is in the double bonus, as TJ Starkey will shoot 2. Starkey 16 points to lead Rocori. He led Rocori on Friday in their last game against Princeton with 15, and he swishes that free throw through. He's 3 for 3 from the line. 2 minutes, 31 seconds to play. And a reminder, this game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics, as the second free throw for Starkey is good. 18 for Starkey. 15-point Otter lead, 64-49. Hurst up the right side. They break the full court pressure. Back up to Levi King. Micah Johnson, near side corner. Bethel finds Ryan Hurst. Ryan spinning right to the hoop. That was a beauty. He spun quickly, and then after he made that spin, the layup was as easy as could be. And Ryan Hurst now has 18. And the Otters back up by 17, 66-49. They kick it back out. Left-hand drive for Prom. Comes back over. Tyluki in the lane. His bullet pass goes off the hands of Guggenberger. And it's turnover number 18 for Rocori. 1:56 to play in the game, and the Otters inbound. It comes to Levi King, back to Henry Bethel. In the middle, it goes to Levi King, and out to Ryan Hurst. Over to Henry Bethel. Otters gonna milk this clock as much as they can, and Henry's just dribbling up near midcourt. They're in a zone, just sitting in a zone now. Starkey's gonna come out and guard Henry a little bit. Over to Johnson, back to Bethel. Now Ryan Hurst, back to Henry. Here comes a ball screen, 5 on the shot clock. Henry spinning away, steps back across to Johnson. They got to get a shot off. Levi gets it off on the baseline from 15 feet, no good. Brody Woods with a rebound for Rocori. Right-hand dribble, Starkey spins, another foul, more free throws, and that will foul Levi King out of the game. And a great game it was for Levi. His 5th, he almost had a double-double. He had 13 points. Yeah, he's getting a hand from the crowd. They're giving him the acknowledgement he deserves. 13 points. I got Levi with 13 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists, 3 steals, and a block. So a great performance for King. And free throws coming for Starkey. He's got 18. He's made his last 4, but that one is no good. Alex Ellison, Marcus Mock, and Eston Bethel are in. Henry Bethel, Hurst, and Micah Johnson are out with 1 minute, 13 seconds to play. And second free throw is good this time for Starkey. 19 points in the game for TJ Starkey. 66-50, Otters by 16. A minute 10 to play. Essen Bethel in the backcourt against the zone pressure. Up the far sideline to Mock. In the corner, Alex Ellison. We're at the 1 minute mark to play in the game. Bethel, near side, Luke Pearson. All the way across to Mock. In the middle, it's Jack Ratz. One left-hand dribble. Pearson, Luke in the corner for three. Off the front of the rim, and Guggenberger gets the rebound for Rocori. Into the front court, here is Starkey. Left-hand drive, gathers, goes up, banks it in. Starkey now leads all scorers with 21 in the game. And it's 66-52, Otters by 14. And the shot clock is up. Now Bethel has it tipped away and stolen. Starkey layup is good. So Starkey racking up some numbers here late in this game. He's up to 23. And the Otter lead is down to a dozen. Now there's going to be a foul on Matt Johnson. Is going to use a timeout. And it is, well, let's take a 30-second timeout, as this timeout is brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. 30-second timeout. Oh, let's make it a 1 minute timeout. Looks like it's a full, as you're listening to Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
That's the end of our Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Otters with the ball, leading by 12, 17 seconds to go. Coach Johnson getting a chance to talk some press break here. They get it up into the front court. Marcus Mock up top to Alex Ellison. 6 seconds to go, and the Otters will just let the clock run out. Nice win here for the Fergus Falls Otters tonight. They led, I think it was 22 was the most they led by, and Rocori is able to chip away towards the end. But really a nice defensive performance tonight, especially for the Fergus Falls Otters. 66 to 54 is the final score on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. Otters improved to 2-1 on the season, and the Spartans fall to 1-3. So it's time for our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show after this Otter victory. So we'll take a timeout. This timeout is going to be brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. As we transition into our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. Otter boys victorious. In fact, it's a doubleheader sweep for the Otter girls and Otter boys tonight, as the Otter girls beat Bemidji in game one of our doubleheader. Otter boys defeat Rocori in game two. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. This is Otter Boys basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Every
Back here at Kennedy Secondary School Gold Gymnasium, it's our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. We saw another excellent performance by the Otter boys basketball team, their 2nd win in a row. They beat Rocori 66-54 on our Park Region scoreboard. Let's take a look at the stats here for the Otters, and the same 3 they had in double figures on Thursday, double figures tonight. Henry Bethel led the Otters with 20 points. Henry had 12 of those in the first half, and he had a pair of 3s in the game. Ryan Hurst with 18, 11 of those in the first half for Ryan. Levi King with 13 points, 7 in the first, 6 in the second for Levi. Isaac Ellison, a pair of 3s in the first half for 6 points. 4 for Alex Ellison, 3 for Jack Ratz, and 2 points for Micah Johnson. My unofficial stats had Levi King leading the Otters with 9 rebounds. He almost had a double-double. 7 rebounds for Henry Bethel and 6 for Ryan Hurst. And it was Levi King again leading the way in assists. Levi with 5 assists, 3 assists for Henry Bethel, and a pair of assists each for Isaac Ellison and Micah Johnson. And I tried to randomly take some other stats, some steal stats, and I had Levi with 3, and Henry had 2 or 3, and then Ryan Hurst with 3 blocks, and those probably not quite as accurate. If anything, they had more if there was anything on there, but tried to take the best I can as we went along. On the Rocori side, TJ Starkey, the senior guard, led all scorers with 23 points in this one. Grant Tyluki joined him in double figures with 10, 8 for Weston Guggenberger, 6 for Tyler Prom, 5 for Brody Woods, all from the free throw line, and 2 for Nolan Van Looy. Woods led all rebounders tonight with 11, and then it was Starkey leading the Spartans with 3 assists. I had the Otters with the edge on the boards, 31-26. 18 turnovers for Rocori, 13 for Fergus Falls. 27 total field goals for the Otters, 4 from behind the arc, 2 apiece from Isaac Ellison and Henry Bethel, all in the first half. And Fergus Falls 8 for 12 from the free throw line. Rocori only 18 field goals tonight, 7 of those from 3. 2 threes each from Prom and Guggenberger and Starkey. Tyluki had the other 3, and Rocori was 11 of 15 from the line. The Otters did not trail for the entirety of the game, on their way to this 66-54 win on the Park Region scoreboard. So we're going to take one final timeout, and this timeout will be brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. And it's 66-44. The Otters come up with the win. When we return, we're going to name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Our Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. Otters with win number 2 on the year, and the Otter girls and boys with a doubleheader sweep here tonight. We'll take our final break and back with more right after this.
Team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Olson Oil Card Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Card Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Finish off tonight's broadcast and the doubleheader with a couple wins for the Otters tonight in basketball. And the Otter girls winning earlier over Bemidji, and then Otter boys capping it off with a win over Rocori 66-54. This is our Olson Oil Card Express postgame show, and it's now time to name our quality player of the game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. For screen printing and embroidery on custom apparel with the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. That's 998-4027 for Lake Country Graphics. Well, for the player of the game for the Otters, you have your usual suspects. Ryan Hurst, 18 points. I had him with 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Henry, I thought, played a very nice game. 20 points, handled the ball well, 7 rebounds. He had 3 assists as well. But I think tonight you look at the totality of what he did tonight. He was the glue. He's been the glue of the team in these first 3 games. And Levi King was I thought he was outstanding tonight. He almost had a double-double. He had 13 points and finishing with really a nice finesse. You see the improvement each year from Levi and his ability to finish with length and athleticism around the basket. He had 13 points. He also had 9 rebounds. He had 5 assists, 3 items for 3 steals and a block as well, and making some great plays where maybe he can't quite get the rebound or control it, but he tips it to himself or tips it to a teammate for an easy basket or an easy transition look. And Levi King, man, he's off to a great start to the season. And with that performance tonight, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Levi King, 6'3" senior, is our quality player of the game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. So coming up now for these teams, the Otters will be at home on Friday, another Central Lakes Conference matchup against St. Cloud Apollo. Rocori doesn't play for a week, and they'll be at Detroit Lakes next Tuesday. And briefly here, before we sign off, we'll get the scoring updates. We mentioned earlier in the game 1 of our doubleheader, it was the Otter girls improving to 4-1 on the year with a 53-34 win over Bemidji. They didn't give up a field goal for the first 11.5 minutes in that game against Bemidji. Bryn Sternberg had 19, Bella Anderson had 11, and Hattie Fullhart in double figures with 10 in that one for the Otter girls. In boys basketball, across town in Fergus Falls, Hillcrest with the home win over Battle Lake, 74-36 was the final in that one. And let's see if we got, well, the most recent update I got, Otter hockey at home, Sauk Rapids Rice 2 and Fergus Falls 1, and that was after, oh, nope, I did get another one. Sorry, Mark, I missed. Mark Johnson gave me an update. Got mixed in with the other ones. 3-1 Sauk Rapids Rice is leading over Fergus Falls. That is after 2 periods of play. Well, that'll do it here for us tonight. And as our Olson Oil Card Express postgame show comes to a close, hey, this is going to be a fun Otter basketball team to watch. Got to see them in Detroit Lakes. They get up and down. They have athletes everywhere, up and down in transition, and you'll enjoy coming out to watch them play. It's going to be a fun year to follow this team, and another good performance. They were great defensively tonight, I thought, pressuring Rocori, making everything difficult. And in the end, they only gave up 28 in the first, 26 in the second, and they defeat Rocori tonight for win number 2 of the year, 66-54, the final on our Park Region Service Beyond the Connection scoreboard. So that'll do it for us here tonight. This is Jason Retzloff for Derek Sidian signing off from Kennedy Secondary School Gold Gymnasium in Fergus Falls. And we thank you for tuning in to Otter Boys Basketball, streaming live on the Fergus Now app and right here on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Oxted Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Idaho County AIS Task Force, Liberty Business Systems, Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Otter Tail Coaches, and FM Bank of Fergus